So this is, I bought this journal like a long time ago, and it says it is written in the stars. And I kept thinking that I wanted to write in here, and I never let myself. I was like, I have to write in there when I'm really ready to write something good. And then it just became my pandemic journal because the pandemic happened. So I'm just gonna read you guys some really, really raw stuff that I haven't even typed up yet, just so that you feel better. And also so I feel good to I read it once, so maybe I'll get me to type it will get me to type it up. So here's a short poem. This is because Marilyn read short poems. So much depends on a global pandemic next to a cataclysmic shift and the poetic justice of roosting chickens. I wrote that in October 2020. Also October 2020. In the middle of the night, hope and fear ring at the same decibel. A guy was sleeping in his car below my window. The cops came and scared him shitless. I was up with the pandemic restlessness I always get. I opened up the window and saw him, our eyes locked. The same terrified expression on so many faces, and then the hope, the realization that he's not alone. Funny because I was rocking the baby by that window at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I felt an intense feeling, a pressure to move away from the window, a premonition of gunshots. I don't know why, chalk it up to craziness, but I left the window, I got my phone, I turned on the hallway light, and I decided to film the man and the police, just in case. Cop watch, midnight mom style. Deep breath in and out. Did I just save a man's life? Am I being grandiose? The cops saw me. He saw me. They saw me filming from my window, baby in one hand, half peeking out from the curtain, angling to get a good shot, and then they left. And he drove away. Okay, this one is a poem, but it came out of a journal entry. So sometimes when I work, I write journal entries and then the poems sort of blend. I'm feeling, this was October 2021. I'm feeling what I'm about to become. It is standing on the precipice. I am looking over the edge. I am standing over the chasm at Delphi, defying the oracle, letting the noxious gases waft up and tousle my hair. I descend. I move down, right into the gut. I want to get to the heart of what's been ailing me. Why haven't I produced more? Well, why haven't I? I've been healing. I heal myself. I heal myself as an artist. I heal myself as a writer, a daughter, a girl, a woman. Too much blood and guts in my life up until now. I've cried too many tears over all the bodies and the loss and my lack of favor for so many years and lack of money and lack of hope. And I didn't see over that wall. I didn't peer over the next bend to see where it would be beautiful, to see where I would have enough, where my children would be born, where love would prevail. I'm still afraid someone will take it from me. Like Gollum in Lord of the Rings, I hold on to my precious. All the shit of who I was eclipsing the story of who I am and who I will become. I feel like the magic is back in my fingertips, but I fear something will happen. What, I don't know. Where, I won't create. I have to walk through the line. I have to walk the line anyway. Step barefoot onto the smoldering coals. I have to. Okay, thank you. And I'm gonna, this one I just wrote this morning, and it's not done, it's rough. So thank you for listening. It needs more lyricism, I think. New shit. Things I lost in the pandemic. I don't want to talk about that yet. I still need a cup of coffee. Things I lost in the pandemic. People, almost my mom, my shoes, socks, a lot of socks. my self-respect at times, sleep, lots and lots of sleep, childcare, dreams, joy for a little while, self-confidence, the Cliff House, Louis' Restaurant, greasy spoon breakfasts at the Seal Rock Inn, all the end of the era places of San Francisco, restaurants that couldn't make it. I lost my taste for takeout. Did I mention I lost my childcare? Almost lost Creative Writing Institute, lost my inspiration for a little while, lost my ability to fall asleep and gained it again, lost my neighbors, some distant, um, some distant cousins and some relatives, a few friends, and probably more. Things I gained in the pandemic: two full-sized adult bikes, a child's bike, a 50-inch TV that someone was throwing away, but it had a line on it, support for Creative Writing Institute, a bunch of things people were throwing away in the street, free meals, free food, childcare, a coveted spot in a preschool. I learned how a colostomy bag works. I learned how to put together a recording studio in my basement. I learned how to teach lyric poetry. I learned how to run an online school. So many things that people were throwing away, I found in the street. A children's push toy, a little table with that lights up, a cubic bookcase, a new way to find joy. And here I am, 2 years older, wiser, 2 kids later, world weary, world without end. How to work a video camera, how to have coffee on Zoom, how to be a person again, how to be in person again, and how not to let my mask fog up my glasses.